morning, everyone. Good morning, family. My name is Hasim, and I've been disciple for 6 years, and I had the privilege to talk about doubt. And the title of my message to you is Die to Doubt and Resurrect Your Faith.
No, esta mañana.
Before I begin, sorry.
Sorry, good, bro. Buenos días, yo me llamo Hasim, he sido un discípulo por 6 años y esta mañana voy a compartir la palabra de Dios con ustedes y el título de mi mensaje esta mañana es Morirte la duda y resucitar a la fe.
So, imagine your greatest mentor, the best person you look up to, who's defined your whole life, who's took you from nothing into something.
Imagínense la persona que ha tenido algo profundo en su vida, que te llevó de nada hasta algo.
And imagine seeing that very person getting killed, mauled, and destroyed in front of your very face.
Y luego imagínense que esa persona lo mataron enfrente de ustedes.
Everyone is sad.
Cada persona está triste.
Everyone is depressed.
Deprimidos.
And you're discouraged.
Y estás desanimado.
You're disillusioned. You're afraid. And everyone is crying.
Y todos están llorando.
You've put on a strong face to, console everyone else.
Has ponido una cara muy fuerte para ayudar a los demás alrededor de ti.
And everyone around you is down.
Pero toda la gente alrededor de ti están deprimidos.
Then suddenly, out of nowhere, literally, your best friend goes like, "There he is! I ate with him!"
Y luego de repente tu mejor amigo ve y luego dice, ahí está, comí con él.
And then they said, I see him. I touched him.
Lo veo, lo toqué.
He is alive.
Él está vivo.
How would you feel?
¿Cómo te sentirías?
Turn to John chapter 20, verse 24 through 27.
Vamos a ir a Juan 20, versículo 20 a 24.
So I read, it says, Now Thomas, also known as Didymus, one of the 12, was not with the disciples when Jesus came. So the other disciples told him, We have seen the Lord. But he said to them, Unless I see the nail marks in his hands, and put my finger where the nails were, and put my hand into his side, I will not believe. A week later, his disciples were in the house again, and Thomas was with them. Though the doors were locked, Jesus came and stood among them and said, Peace be with you. Then he said to Thomas, Put your finger here. See my hands. Reach out your hand and put it into my side. Stop doubting and believe.
Wow.
So, where's your heart today?
¿Dónde está tu corazón esta mañana?
Because everything we do is based on a core belief system we have about ourselves subconsciously.
Porque todo lo que hacemos porque tenemos una convicción en nuestra vida.
What happened here is that Thomas got so discouraged.
Lo que pasó aquí es que Tomás se había desanimado.
So down that he closed his mind off from what God can do.
Y había cerrado su mente, Tomás, de lo que realmente podría hacer Dios.
He said, in his mind, he was like, there's no way a dead man who's been mauled the way he did can come back. No way possible.
Pensaba él que no podía ser que alguien como Jesús se podía resucitar por cómo había muerto.
He let his current logic dictate what God can do.
Él dejó el lógico como pensaba decir lo que Dios podría hacer.
You see, God is bigger than our own mind and our perception of things.
Dios es más grande de nuestra mente y como nosotros vemos las cosas.
You have heard the phrase, a closed mouth doesn't get fed, right?
¿Has escuchado el dicho, una boca cerrada no les han de comer?
So how much worse is it to have a closed mind?
Pero qué tan peor es tener una mente cerrada.
You know, if you look up in the ceiling, you see these lights. And these lights were made by a man named Thomas Edison.
Y si tú ves aquí al cielo, ves las luces que están prendido, que estaban hechas por un hombre que se llamaba Thomas Edison.
And if you do some research, you'll find that Thomas Edison, growing up, he wasn't perceived as a genius. In fact, his teachers accused him and called him stupid. Wow. Like, you are so stupid, you can't learn anything.
Si realmente vemos la historia de Thomas Edison, no era una persona que era inteligente, era una persona que a sus maestros decían que no iba a hacer nada con su vida.
Can you imagine if Thomas believed what his teacher said?
Pueden creer que si él creó lo que dijeron sus maestros.
I mean, there'd be no lights here.
No tendríamos luces.
You know, where's our mind today?
¿Dónde está nuestra mente hoy?
Are we letting our doubts dictate what God can do for us?
Estamos dejando a nuestras dudas decir lo que Dios puede hacer.
Because doubt limits you. If you have doubt, you're stuck. You're like frozen. If Thomas Edison doubted, we wouldn't have the light we have today. If he believed what his teacher said, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't have these luxuries.
Porque la duda los da límite. No nos deja hacer lo que Dios realmente quiere que hagamos con nuestra vida. Imagínense si Thomas Edison había sido limitado por lo que dijo sus maestros, no tendríamos las luces que teníamos hoy.
What are you going to do with your doubts today?
¿Qué vas a hacer con tus dudas hoy?
You know, I want to encourage you guys.
Los quiero animar.
Study the Bible.
Estudien la Biblia.
And bring your doubts to God.
Y traigan sus dudas a Dios.
You know, see what God has to say and what God's perspective on what your doubts are. And I promise you, when you read the scriptures, you'll find an answer.
Y les quiero animar que vean lo que dice Dios de las dudas, porque quiero que vean el perspectivo de Dios y no de nosotros mismos.
Study the Bible and see the answer for yourself. Because I want to end it with this. Doubt is the death of your godly progress.
Quiero acabar aquí con esta mañana. Duda es la muerte de tu progreso en tu vida espiritual.
Thank you for letting me share.
Gracias por dejarme compartir esta mañana.